In the land of Uz, there lived a man named Job. He was a man of immense integrity, blameless and upright, and by far the wealthiest man in the East. He possessed 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys. Now there was a day when the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. The Lord asked Satan, "Where have you come from?" And Satan answered, "From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him." Satan replied by challenging Job's heart, claiming that Job only served God because of the hedge of protection around him. "But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has," Satan sneered, "and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." In a single day, Job's world underwent a brutal liquidation. While he was at home, a messenger arrived, breathless, crying out that the Sabians had attacked. Before he could finish speaking, a second messenger arrived, shouting that the fire of God had fallen from the heavens. As he spoke, a third messenger burst in, reporting that the Chaldeans had raided the camels. Then came the final, crushing blow. A fourth messenger arrived to tell Job that while his 10 children were feasting, a mighty wind swept in from the desert and struck the house, collapsing it upon them. Job stood up, tore his robe, and shaved his head. He fell to the ground, but he did not fall into despair. He fell into worship. He famously declared, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." Yet the trial intensified. Satan appeared before the Lord again, and this time Job was struck with agonizing, malignant sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. He sat among the ashes, scraping his skin with a broken piece of pottery, while his own wife urged him to curse God and die. Job's friends arrived, not to comfort him, but to audit his life, insisting he must have hidden sins to deserve such a time-bankruptcy. But Job remained steadfast. Finally, God answered Job from a terrifying, majestic whirlwind, the sound of rushing wind. He didn't explain the pain, he revealed his power. Job's perspective shifted from his loss to the infinite scale of God's sovereignty. He repented in dust and ashes, and the Lord restored his fortunes. God gave Job twice as much as he had before, proving that when you survive the storm with your faith intact, the restoration is always greater than the ruin. If you find yourself sitting in the ashes today, remember this. Your current season of loss is not a sign of God's absence. It's a setup for a double portion manifestation. Keep your integrity when you are losing, because it is the only currency that will matter when God starts to restore. Your latter days will be greater than your beginning. Welcome to Grace and Gold Studios. Hit that subscribe button.